Man, I don't know. I'm hoping this is gonna work. Let me show you what I got. So, I went and put the computer in RAID mode, and then it booted up and did something weird and was like, well, you want to initialize the Adaptec 6405E, which is this card here. And so I went in here and it pulled up the configurator. Manage arrays, create arrays. So if we click like manage, I think it'll say there's nothing there. No arrays present. Okay. So I had to initialize the, let's click rescan for drives. I had to initialize the drives, updating drive information. But I never had to do this with this thing before, so I'm not sure what's up with this. Okay, so we've, oh, okay, so you can go in here and do certain stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to do. Okay. So I've initialized them, but now I need to create the array, I guess. Okay, and then it's got like some weird thing where it's like you have to follow these instructions to the T. You have to push the INS to select, which is this key right there. Like what? So boom, and then boom. Okay, and then enter to submit. And stripe or mirror? You want stripe or mirror? Array size 7.2 terabyte. Read caching, write caching. So I just kind of stumbled on accident. I've been messing with this computer for a couple of days now, trying to figure out why. I was getting ready to pull this card out of here and go ahead and figure out a way to get to these SATAs that are blocked by the CD drive. So I think this may or may not work. Now, I can't remember if so mirror is each drive is exactly the same, and stripe is just like they're both like independent, I think. Okay, so it didn't mean what I thought it did. It said RAID striping. RAID 0 splits data across multiple disks for improved performance, but offers no redundancy, meaning if one disk fails, all data is lost. In contrast, RAID mirroring creates exact copies of data on 2 or more disks, providing redundancy and better data protection, but it does not enhance performance as much as striping. So I didn't know that striping did that. Okay, and I need to look at this a little bit closer because I'm really not sure I understand it. So, okay. Assuming you know that RAID is the most widely used data protection technology that is used today, and multiple disks work as part of a set to provide protection, striping, mirroring, and parity are the 3 basic of RAID levels, which we're going to discuss. Okay. Striping. Oh, cool. We got a diagram. For me, striping is the most confusing RAID level as a beginner and needs a good what is it? For me, striping is the most confusing level as a beginner and it needs a good understanding and explanation. We all know that RAID is a collection of multiple disks, and in these disks, a predefined number of continuously addressable disk blocks are defined, which are called strips. Striping or stripping? Collection of such strips are aligned in multiple disks. A, B, A2. Okay. Suppose you have a hard disk, which is a collection of multiple addressable blocks. These blocks are stacked together and called a strip. So, if you have, this is what I'm trying to figure out. If you've got 2 drives that are, say, 1 terabyte each, and you use the stripe method, do you get 2 terabytes of storage? Or does it just split it up and you only get 1? So this says, suppose you have a hard disk, which is a collection of multiple address blocks. These blocks are stacked together. Okay, well, blah, blah, blah. I don't really fucking care about all this shit. It doesn't make sense. So all of the information is shared across multiple drives. So when you're looking for something, part of it could be on one drive, and then the rest of it could be on another drive, and then I guess that would allow it to have. I would guess that would allow you to have more capacity and faster performance. I guess. Without mirroring and parity, striped RAID cannot protect data, but striping may significantly improve I/O performance. Mirroring is simple to understand, and most of the reliable ways it mirrors it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, all right, cool. We're going to mirror it. You know why? Because I don't think I have that much data to save onto this thing. So RAID 0 is stripe. RAID 1 is mirror. All right. I'd rather have... I don't know. I guess I could go either way with it, because I don't really think the drive is going to fail. But it could. Let's just do the mirror, just for the sake of redundancy. Okay. Now, I think I just pushed enter to accept. Array label. What is, I don't know what to call it. Ham Shack. We'll call it Ham Shack. Clint will like that one. 3.63 terabyte. And then I guess we click enter, 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 enter. Setting the array's write cache to enable always may result in data loss or corruption if the power to the controller is lost. This can happen if the ZM battery is not present or its charge state is low. Also, if the drive cache is enabled, data might be lost on power failure. Are you sure you want to set it? No. No. Okay, so... Alright, create RAID via... I don't know what that means. Quick initialize. Done. Leaving devices... Now what? Leaving a drive's cache on for improving the performance may allow conditions beyond the control of the RAID controller, whereby inconsistent data is written to the array. If the drive stability is in question, use the controller's configuration to turn off the drive's RAID cache setting. Let me see if I can back out of that. Leaving a drive's cache on. Ah, man. Okay. We're now back into here. We need to create the array. Oh, I did fucking... Well, let me do anything now. Okay. So now we have to click manage. Okay, so it already set it up. It just gave me a warning and did it. Okay. Alright. Okay. I think we might be good. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Create array, initialize. Okay. Alright. Escape. Okay. Okay, we have that. Serial disk utilities. I'm just kind of curious. Probing topology. Okay. And exit the utility. Yes. Alright, cool. So, hopefully that this will work. Because I've been trying this for days. And this thing looks like it might be something different. But now, here's the problem. I don't think it will work because of my boot disk right here. So it's trying to boot to the RAID. So this is the screen I got originally. Press Control A for Adaptec RAID configuration utility. And that was after I did the BIOS switch from AHCI to RAID. But I really don't think it's going to work on this computer. So we'll see. Actually, come think of it, I think that was the screen I get on my Dell server over there. And it's just doing this again. Let's see, what does it say? Device present. Oh, it said Samsung that time. I didn't catch exactly what it saw. Or what it said. Okay. I can't read fast enough. Okay. What in the hell? It's doing a whole lot of weird stuff that I've never seen it do before. Media test failed. Check the cable. Exiting. Initializing client MAC address. So now on my server, my main server over here, it doesn't do it like that. It has multiple drives, but it somehow installs the boot on one of them and the OS on one of them, I think. Whereas this has 2 drives in a RAID, and this yeah, so I don't even know if this can even operate without being in RAID mode. But I think maybe you have to be in RAID mode when you install the operating system. So, I don't know. But this ain't working. So that's how far I got with it. So, I guess the next thing I'll try to do is I'll try to maybe change it back to AHCI in the BIOS. Or maybe I'll just go ahead and try to reinstall Ubuntu and see what happens. Insert media and select boot device and press any key. I don't think it did anything. Okay, so let me see if I get this straight here. RAID mode provides host-based RAID support on the onboard SATA ports. Okay, but we're not doing that. We're using a card. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, and so compatibility mode provides PATA emulation on the SATA device. Enhanced provides native SATA support. AHCI enables advanced host controller interface, which provides enhanced SATA functionality. Well, it was on AHCI. So, but I wasn't able to get that menu until I put it on the other thing. So, also, I was having a very hard time getting into this menu. I couldn't even get to the boot menu. So we're going to go F10, save and exit. Or just see if maybe this will suddenly work. Because I think it makes sense. Because I don't need it, the RAID to be set up. See, and I think also the BIOS installed a driver for the Adaptec. Because I didn't used to see that before. But, yeah, I think there was like a BIOS driver missing for that. Or something was stopping it from like being able to boot up the RAID card. Because see, right now it'll pull up a couple of things. And hopefully it will let me go to my operating system. Alright. BIOS installed successfully. Blank screen. Alright. So that was a menu to go to different stuff, but it didn't. Okay. So now I think we're good. So it boots up completely different with the RAID card in there and recognized. Okay. And so now let's see if we can come in here. This is actually not the server edition. I just already had it on a stick. Okay. We get Adaptec Ham Shack 4 terabyte with the Awesome. Okay. BTFRS, not mounted. Why is it using butters? Is that just normal? Alright. So, now, I don't really know how to set this up as a server. I tried to install Copilot, and I don't think it worked. And I don't know that it's an actual, like, thing you can click on. But if I go into the software thing, I can see it's there. So watch, I'll go Copilot. I'm sorry, not Copilot. Cockpit. So Cockpit. And Cockpit is a server manager that makes it easy to administrate, blah, blah, blah. Cockpit is perfect for new system admins and allows it easy to perform simple tasks such as storage administration, blah, blah, blah. Once Cockpit is installed, enable it with this. And you have to type that in, but I can't get it to work. You know, it says it is a web-based graphical interface for servers. Oh, it's web-based. Okay, so let me see here. So how do I get it to open? Simple to use. It makes Linux discoverable. You don't have to remember commands. Oh, okay. Okay, so, integrated, extendable, using Cockpit. Inspect and change the networks. Here's a subset of tasks you can perform, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but I don't know how to get into it. So that's cool. I do remember reading this the other day. And these are basically the versions that work on it. Some are more complicated than others to get permissions. Like if you look at Fedora, you have to install about 2 or 3 different things. Red Hat, you have to install a few more. But I think there was some disclaimers about Debian and Ubuntu needing some kind of these commands require a POSIX compatible shell like Bash and Fish, blah blah blah. So it says you might need to enable them manually. And I tried this backports thing, I couldn't get it to work. So after installing and enabling Cockpit, visit port 990 on your server. For example, localhost 990. Okay. Now, I've got this before, and I'm like, I couldn't get into it. And so I'm pretty sure Ubuntu is just not happy. I don't even know the name of this. Okay, so this is my username. Is it Blue SRP? So let me see here. Apps users, okay. So it's just Blue. So it should just be Blue. Oops. And then my password. But it doesn't work. Log in with your server user account. Yeah. Try it again. Nope. Doesn't want to work. So I'm done with that. I'm not going to sit here and troubleshoot that. I'm going to go to a different version of Linux that's going to be less likely to cause me trouble. So we got the one part working, and now we got to deal with this. So thanks for watching, guys.